My name is Daisy. I'm 18 years old. One interesting thing about me is that I go skiing. I do international skiing. I've never had a relationship before. Have I ever been on a speed date? No. Never actually been on a date, so there we are.
Ready? Yeah. My name is Ben. I'm 19 years old. One interesting thing about me is that I'm massive in the gym. I'm really into my gym stuff and health and fitness. And my last relationship, I haven't been in one yet because I've been focusing on myself. And have you ever been on a speed date before? No. This is completely new to me. Honestly, this was a huge shock to me.
How did you get riled into this?
He just came up to me out of nowhere.
What did he say?
He just asked me, what's your name? Are you single? And would you like to go on a speed date? So I thought,
Well, I was just walking away and I made a joke to my friend about it, and next thing you know, I've been riled into this.
yeah,
Right, do you want to go first or should I? Oldest
let you
can go
go.
first.
oldest. What are your red flags on a first date?
My red flags on a first date is when they only talk about themselves. They don't don't like ask you any questions about the other person. They're only just
Yeah?
very self-absorbed.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that's a fair one.
What is your dream job and how are you going to achieve it?
As I said before, I'm very
Go on, keep it up.
I'm very into my health and fitness and gym a lot, so I would say I'm sort of going down the path of becoming a personal trainer and hopefully,
Would you go to uni to do personal training?
I don't think so, you know, I've been looking at apprenticeships to hopefully go self-employed.
Any like specific gym or?
I mean, not particularly. I mean, likes of JD gyms, high quality gyms. I'd probably start off trying to get into something like that or something a bit smaller, work my way up the ladder and, you know, see how it goes. Get the experience first and, yeah, go from there.
Sure, that's fair enough.
Yeah. Are you into gym at all or?
I go to the gym, but I've stopped going at the moment.
Right.
I stopped going because I had like a bit of a phase where I like just got into a new job and all of that. I had a very big routine change. I was doing like personal training like 3 times a week.
Were you?
It was like at this place called Sculpt, which is, I think it's just in the northeast, like in Newcastle really. Went there, did that 3 times a week. It was like CrossFit, kind of like preparing for like, it's a High Rocks.
Right.
Preparing for that. It was rough, but it was like the best 6 weeks I've ever had, so.
Yeah. Ah, that's awesome. So your common interest then? Yeah,
Exactly.
That's good. Try and set this back up.
I'm not even going to attempt it.
No, I think we just read the questions from now.
What would be required for you to take an ex who hate you?
That hated me. Do you know what? I'm not sure about that one. I feel as though
Well, obviously, if you've never had an ex, it's a bit difficult.
it is different. But I feel as though if I was in a relationship and I recently got out of it, there would have been a very good reason for that. Because I'm very mature and I'm very cautious with the people I choose. So I think if I get out of a relationship, it's
No
not
reason to go back
likely to go back into one, to be fair.
Fair enough. You'll go.
Do you have any regrets that you haven't told anybody?
I would say my only regret is probably not doing everything that I like wanted to do, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's like, obviously I'm taking a gap year at the moment from uni. I kind of wish that I didn't like push myself back at home, just constantly work. I wish I kind of got myself out there a bit more.
Yeah.
It's the only regret I've ever really had. I think that everything that I've done, there's not really many regrets about it, but
No, that's fair enough.
oh well.
So you're taking a gap year, are you? Yeah. Well,
I'm not really doing much with it.
No.
I had like a full job, but I stopped working there in about like December time, and then
where do you work?
I used to work at Marks and Spencer's full time,
Yeah, okay.
which was really fun, but apart from that,
No. I mean, that's the purpose for a gap year. I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking the year off just to focus on getting a bit of money.
So if you're 19, have you just turned 19 this year?
Yeah, I'm coming towards the end of my gap year. Yeah.
So what are you doing then?
I've been looking at apprenticeships in personal training, but
like during the meantime, have you just
Yeah.
been working?
yeah, I've been working.
Whereabouts do you work?
It's a bit, well, it's not a fixed like establishment, building or business. I work for a self-employed friend who does construction, so he's a builder. So I'm his labourer. So yeah, I go to multiple different jobs with him. We do all sorts, like, bricklaying and just general construction.
Not
So
bad.
yeah,
Not bad at all. What is a quote that you live by?
a quote. Probably everything happens for a reason, because I'm a Christian. I'm a man of God, so I believe everything happens for a reason. And yeah, nothing is coincidental, I don't think. I think God has his way in everything. And yeah, everything happens for a reason.
Fair enough.
Are
I
you-
agree with you, to be fair.
Are you religious as well?
I'm not religious, but I am getting baptised next week.
Are you?
So I
Really?
was atheist and never got christened when I was a kid, but
Right.
I've managed to sort out getting baptised it's next Sunday, I want to say. I'd been thinking about it for a few months. I kind of started like looking into it a little bit, and yeah.
That's awesome.
I know it was a bit weird, to be fair, because it's obviously like all of my friends got christened when they were kids,
Yeah.
and then just on a whim I like woke up one day, I was like, do you know what, I feel like I've got no like belief to go towards.
Yeah.
So I thought, what would be a better thing then to get baptised? Looked into like Christianity, all of that, and
Yeah, that's a big step.
big
It's a
step, yeah.
Big, good, wise step. I mean, me, myself, hopefully I'm looking to get baptised soon as well, but have you got a date for it? or-
I think it is next Sunday that I am getting baptised. From the last time that I heard, like it should be then, but
That's awesome.
God knows.
That's awesome. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, how ready do you feel to be in a relationship?
I would say about an 8.
An 8, that's pretty high.
It is pretty high. I've never had a relationship before.
Wow.
I've had situations where I've been like quite close to a relationship, but I've never actually gotten into one.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've had the somewhat like experience of like the run up to a relationship, and I thought, well, what better way to find out if I am ready or not than to actually get into one.
Yeah, by all means, go out and experiment, meet new people. I mean, that's where it all starts, really.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that's one of the reasons why we came to York for the day, because my friend, she's in a relationship, but I've never had one before. And we thought like it would be a good way to kind of get out of the city, but also like meet new people along the way.
Yeah, and here we are now.
Yeah, we are.
I wouldn't take that as a coincidence.
Exactly.
Ah.
That's what I'm thinking. What positive characteristics do you consider your date to have?
I would say these are going to blow away. I would say somebody who is very self-driven and ambitious, so they know what they want to do in life,
Yeah.
and they're not sort of like promiscuous or reluctant in knowing what they want to do in the future. Yeah, so I like somebody who's mature as well, and who's got, hopefully, I mean, for me personally, is on the religious side as well, but we can always work around that, I suppose. But somebody who's just got a good head on their shoulders and, yeah, is mature, wise, sensible, and makes good decisions.
Fair enough. I
Yeah.
completely agree with you. I would probably say the same thing.
Yeah, it's good. Well, yeah. I believe, I mean, just by being sat across the table from you now, I think I do see that in you. just from the last, I don't know how long it's been, 10 minutes of speaking to you. I think I can see some of those traits in you, so that's a good sign.
Well, thank you.
No problem. Yeah. So I think it's been a bit longer than 5-10 minutes now.
No.
So
No, I completely agree with what you say. I think that those are some quite good traits to have in someone, especially when it's someone that you kind of imagine in the future with. You wouldn't want to have someone quite like immature, who would kind of just throw like everything or nothing. It has to be someone who has a good head on their shoulders, very mature, very sophisticated, I would say. You seem like quite a sophisticated person, I would say.
Yeah, I do try my best. Yeah.
But right, it's your goal.
Yeah. I don't know how long this is supposed to go on for. Is it until how many cards? We've got 2 cards left. We might as well finish the game.
It doesn't look like anyone's winning.
No, I don't think it matters at this point. Have you ever questioned your sexuality, and how so?
I never have.
No.
Ever. I've always been like heterosexual. I've always seen myself a boy. Ever since I was like a kid, I've always kind of seen myself like with a husband. I've never had like a situation where I've ever had to like question myself or question like who it is that I want to be with. Like throughout like my full life, it always has been just like heterosexual, just completely straight.
I think that's very important as well. That's something I would also be looking for a date as well. Somebody who knows their identity, their true identity, and like you say, what they want in the future as terms of like, you know, getting married and everything, and having what's the word?
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
But you get the gist. But
of course.
I think that's very wise of you.
It's the last question, and it's blank.
Is it?
Does that mean I have to ask a question? If the last one's blank, do I have to ask a question?
I don't think anybody's going to win.
Any question? Have you ever been close to being in a relationship, and if so, why did it end?
I'll say yes. I'd say about a year back now, there was one girl I met at a party with a friend, and we went on a date. We went on a first date together, nothing too serious, just a casual, movie, and then go out for food after. Don't get me wrong, she seemed like a nice, mature girl at the time that I was looking for, but come a few weeks later, I get some news that she's more of like the clubbing type and getting out, partying, drinking, going down on guys and everything. So I thought, that's not me at all, that's not what I'm looking for, so I left it at that. And I'd say that's the closest I've ever come to being in a relationship, to be honest. Because like I said, I'm not looking for anything, but when I was exploring my options, and I'd say that's the closest I've ever come.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
It's your turn. Does that mean that you have to ask a question anytime that you do it?
I have to ask a random question. Shut up, man. I think I'll ask you a personal question, just about, how do I put this? What are you with your family?
With my family?
Yeah. Have you got all good relationships? And
I'm very close with my family.
Very close, yeah.
So I've got obviously my mum and my dad who are still together. I live with my mum and my dad. We are all very close. On my mum's side of the family, it's a very smaller family. Yeah. So I speak to everyone who's on that side of the family. Whereas for my dad's side, we've got a much bigger side of the family. We all it's quite a lot of the people on that side are all gypsies. Yeah. So quite a lot of travellers on that side. It's a very big family, multiple cousins, second cousins, third cousins.
Yeah.
For the very close relatives of that side, so the first cousins, aunties, uncles, grandmas and granddads, etc. I speak to all of them. Obviously when it comes to second cousins and that, some of them I might not see as much, but I am very close to all of my family. We recently lost my grandma on my mum's side of the family, a few months ago, and it really brought us all together. We were already very close, but it brought us even more closer together.
Yeah.
What about you?
I am very close with my family as well. Yeah, I mean, we are all very religiously bound together. So my mum and dad are very close. My grandma and granddad are very close. We're all very close to each other. Yeah, we've not really had any family issues. I'm fortunate at the minute not to have lost anybody, but
Yeah.
you know, these things happen, and you just got to live past it and look to the future for the best, I suppose. But I think it's very important, you know, having a good connection and relationship with your family. So I'm glad to hear that everything's going well for you.
That's for you too as well.
Yeah.
Completely agree. I do think that family is like a very
Important. You're very key.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
very important. I think that when it comes to family, it like does show like someone as a person, because if you're close to your family, it means that like you're good with communication. Then when it gets to the future, it means that you've got kind of things set up. Like, let's just say like a bit like out of the retrospect, but marriage, let's just say you're close with your family and like they can see that happen for you. I just completely agree with you.
I agree with you as well. I think you're a very wise, mature, independent woman.
Well, thank you very much.
No problem.
I think you do seem very wise yourself as well.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to go from here. I think I'm going to wrap things up, but I would like to, if you're okay with it, exchange information.
Yeah, of course.
If you would like to, yeah. So
It's no
if I could get your phone number.
Yeah.
Sort of like secure the date, I suppose.
There you are.
Always.
That's my number. Give me a text.
I will give you a text.
You can sort something out.
Yeah, 100%.
It was very nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you as well. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, it's very nice meeting you.
You too.